vortex. There's that vortex force.
No, we'll bury him and ignore sun on the beach where things are warm.
Lion's roaring.
Let's eat lion.
Let's eat lions.
The way the giraffes eat them. Oh yeah, say that one. Say that to a tiger and one's eating you. I don't like when
Tobacco list, like what we are.
So many girls at school though got like, when they were like 16, got kids. One of them's my best friend.
Well, it's really quite heavy, wasn't it?
Go, go, go!
Manoeuvrable in the water to catch fish, but on land they can move around quick. They can use the flippers like walking limbs on land, as you can see. The back flippers go underneath. Now those back flippers are nearly fused together in the middle. So it's the front flippers that carry most of the body weight, and they are much bigger, much more powerful than the back flippers. When these animals swim, all the power comes from here. The back flippers help them to twist and turn. Now all the muscle is in the chest and in the shoulder area, mainly concentrated in the upper body, but that streamlined body shape allows them to glide quickly through the water. Now if he was a seal, his front flipper would only grow as big as my hand. People get confused between seals and sea lions, that's an obvious clue. A seal's front flipper just that big. So if the creature has a small front flipper, it's either a seal or a little sea lion. But there's another way you can tell them apart. Look at the ears. Marvin, like all species of sea lion, has got ears that stick out there. He doesn't like me touching them, but I will. There they are, look. There are his ears. And all sea lions have those little ear flaps known as pinner. Sorry, mate. And seals don't. Seals, it's just a tiny hole on the side of the head. So if you can see those bits sticking out, you know you're looking at a sea lion. And a seal can't walk about on the flippers like that. He does a great impression of a seal. He doesn't like being called a seal, but he does impersonate one. This is how a seal moves on land. They wriggle about like that on their belly. They can't actually stand up, they can't walk at all, or run, or climb steps. But they can bounce along like that by moving the spine in a wave-like motion. A lovely impression, the second one of the show. And if anybody tells you they saw a clapping seal, they didn't. They saw a clapping sea lion, perhaps. But a seal's front flippers are too small to actually meet in the middle, so no seal can clap. But then it gets confusing because there's one animal called a fur seal. An awkward exception, an awkward creature. A fur seal is not a seal, it's an exception to everything I've just told you. The fur seal is in fact a type of sea lion. Are you confused? Yeah, me too. Right, Marvin. We're going to show you what he's best at. This is his favourite part of the show, and I can say that with confidence because he is the best at it. And as we said, they do compete. Now, this particular skill is something that's been seen in sea lion shows all around the world for years. It's a bit of a cliche, ball balancing. But as I said earlier, we do the training just so we can show off to you, but so we keep them occupied. In the wild, they've got to find, chase and catch fish, they've got to avoid sharks and killer whales, find territory and defend it on the beach, try to reproduce, amongst many other things. And that tends to stop that brain getting bored. In a zoo, they don't have to do any of it. We provide everything. So if you leave them to swim around and throw them some fish now and again, they'll be healthy, they'll survive, but they'll get bored. And if boredom sets in, behavioural problems tend to moves its tail. This one obviously doesn't, but it used to. And that creates little waves in the water, little ripples behind the fish, which the whiskers can detect and recognise. They feel for these vibrations in the water. The sea lion follows them in the right direction. It can lead to the food. And that's how they hunt if they can't see. It means that they can actually survive if they go blind. Now, there aren't many sea lions that can do this. Marvin has a 10-pin bowling skittle here, and he can balance it on his nose. None of the others can. Now, we gave this to a legendary sea lion we had called Benson to try and balance, and we didn't think he'd ever learn to do it, but he proved us wrong. He eventually, after years of practice, balanced this on his nose. Now, Marvin idolised him. He watched Benson doing this every day for years. He practised every day for years. But for years, Benson was the only one that could do it, until Marvin did. Now, Benson, sadly, is no longer with us. He passed away in 2011, aged 27. To give you an idea of how old that is, in the wild, the maximum lifespan is 15 to 20. Maximum. Many don't get anywhere near that age, but they can live to 20 on occasions. And he lived to 27, which is incredible. Now, he was very proud of the fact that he could do this, the others couldn't. When Marvin did this in front of Benson for the first time, it really annoyed him. But he started to really get on his nerves when he started doing stuff like this. He started walking around without dropping it. Now, he took a couple of steps at first. He dropped the skittle. He kept practicing. Benson learned to walk with it on his nose. But after a few steps, he'd always drop it. If we asked him to go up and down steps with it, he would drop the skittle, no matter how hard he practiced, and he was a fantastically clever animal. Marvin just kept on going, and he just really is in a league of his own when it comes to balancing, because he can even do that. And, the amount of concentration and coordination needed, the amount of skill needed to do that, diving in the pool without that skittle moving or falling off his nose, is just incredible. And no other sea lion here that I've worked with, and I've worked with a few, can do that apart from him. Brilliant, absolutely fantastic. Well done, Marvin. That was easy. Then we moved on to catching them. Now, their natural instinct is to catch them in the mouth. He had to practice and learn to catch them over his head. But he's very good at it because he's got binocular eyesight like us. 2 eyes facing forward so they can judge movement well. Give him a clap. Well done, Marvin. Good catching there, but we're going to try it again. Of course, we're going to make it more difficult. We're going to flip the hoops, and when we flip them, he's got to watch really carefully. Are you concentrating, Marvin? This requires real quick reactions, because he can judge distance, he can judge speed well, because of his brilliant vision, but his lightning-fast reflexes are needed to adjust his head at the last second. And my throwing isn't always great, but his catching is absolutely brilliant. Well done, Marvin. He's been on top form today, as usual. Before you go, give everyone a nice big smile, stick that tongue out again. He's going to be back in a minute or two with his mate Merlin and little Miguel and Cassie, the female. He's a permanent resident. He has been for the last 4 years. We made the decision to bring him back to Flamingo Land when Benson passed away. And he arrived back looking very angry and up for a fight, which was all he did the first time he came. But he looked around and he only saw 3 sea lions, and he thought, I'm bigger than those 3 put together. From that moment on, he was a different sea lion. The first time he came here, I couldn't get close to him. He just wanted to fight with Benson. He wanted to prove he was alpha male in the group. And Benson wasn't having any of it. So if I'd have got this close to him, chances are he'd have bitten me. And with teeth like that, with a powerful jaw that's all muscle, and a long neck which is muscle and very flexible, they can break bones easily if they bite you. If they bite your arm, lock their jaws, shake their head, a sea lion like this will pull off your arm. It has happened to trainers in the past who haven't treated them with enough respect. And usually he's very friendly. In the height of breeding season, when hormones are racing, he can be more aggressive. They all can. It's when the males fight for territory. Even with no female presence, they'll do it. But most of the time, you're a big softie, aren't you? Mwah, thank you very much. Now, the bump on his head. I have not been gelling his hair. Some little boy asked me that yesterday. That is called a crest. And that is a feature they develop when they're fully mature, which he is, and the others aren't. So he's got a bump on his head. And that makes him very attractive. if you happen to be a female sea lion, that is. Yes, Cassie is adored by the 4 males here. Marvin, Merlin and Miguel all follow her. Do it definitely. I'm happy with that. He's happy with that. Look how proud he is. That's a proud sea lion, yes. That was certainly close enough. Look at that, he certainly got right out of the water. And as promised, well, there's a whiting. I didn't promise you that at all. There's the herring I promised you. There's one squid. And we've got another here too. Now, if you want to come inside in a minute, you can. I'll bring out Marvin, Merlin, Miguel and Cassie. I'll be feeding them all together in there, so come and have a look if you want. Come and ask any questions if you want. If you buy a book or a poster, it all goes towards his never-ending fish bill and the others. So if you want to buy a book, it all goes towards the sea lions. But whatever you do, have a great time at Flamingo Land. From Clive, Marvin, myself, bye-bye for now. Thank you very much indeed.
Peacocks.
Oh, they're just running free.
It feels a bit weird. There's giraffes.
It's nice. Really?
Oh, the free Georgia in Georgia. Oh, look at them. I'm going on that one. Dynasty. What's that? It's good.